Good morning, greenhouse lovers. Today is my daughter's 10th birthday. It's the 7th of July, 7/7/2016 was her birth year. So today we're celebrating when your final, last baby of this lifetime emerges and then becomes 10 years old, double digits, I feel a particular sense of realizing that I'm a grown-up now too, perhaps. Anyway, it's a day of reflection. She was so cute and so happy this morning. She opened a watch, an analog watch, so she can get better at telling time, which is a big priority for us. John and I are very happy, so happy to be her parents. She's such a glorious human being. We brought this child into this world. She is going to bring about world peace. Also, she would not be here had we not lost a baby the year before. This is not something I expected to share in this particular video, but here it is. 11 years ago, we lost a baby at 12 weeks. Well, 1 day short of 12 weeks in utero. Very, very sad. I ended up walking the path between southern France and northern Spain to pound out my grief after she or he passed away. And I remember crying in this church with a woman with whom I didn't share language, sobbing to release the grief of that baby loss. So that baby is under the apple tree in Enley, Ireland, when she was about 2 or 3, very young, and totally unprompted one day said, I came back. That was me, the baby under the apple tree, and I came back to you because I wanted to be your child. So don't feel sad. It was me. It's me. I'm back. I'm the baby that passed away, but I came back to you to be in our family. Of course, this prompted deep tears, and we asked her lots of questions. Over time, I think we left it there that day and said something like, wow, that's such a beautiful notion. Oh, that makes sense, actually. And we really validated her and then left it there. But since then, we've asked her, and she said, I don't know where that thought came from, but I know it came from me, so it must be true. But I can't explain it beyond that. So she really has thought about it since then. Anyway, several things I want to say today. One is, and not much about the greenhouse today, even though it's so lovely here, I wish you could be transported. Last video, I ended with a bit of grammar flaw, a faulty phrase in English. I said, in whatever place you happen to be in, the final in does not need to be there, and it shouldn't be there. And I said that, and it just came off of my tongue, and I'm not sure why, because I'm actually pretty strict about grammar, and I like it to roll off properly. So please forgive me. I heard it, and I didn't like it, but I didn't want to redo the entire tape or video chip sequence. The other thing I want to say is that I have a gardening journal here, which you could get a hold of on a website or from a bookstore. I have not, if I'm honest, used it, but in a future year, I might actually start from January on and plan and, overview the year with what I planted when, where I put it in the garden. Trouble with me and it is that there are too many variables, and I get tired of. I don't want to be so nitpicky about it. I should be. I should be the person who's type A about garden maintenance and record keeping, but I'm type A about so many other things in my life that this area becomes less strict. I have to be professional at work. I have to be organized with files and information and records for taxes and all sorts of things in my life. And I just want the garden to be a place that I can be a little bit wild and, like my hairdo. The final thing I want to talk about, and I hope this strikes a chord with you, and maybe you'll pass it on. Maybe this will go to strangers. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that anybody who I don't know is subscribed to this particular channel. I hope so. Please pass it on. The law of attraction. I'm really into listening to a woman named Esther Hicks, who describes a lot about what my parents taught me growing up about, so in Nichiren Daishonin Buddhism was how I was raised, that with Jewish nurturing and traditions. The law of attraction is a different set of language about similar ideals, like hopefulness and lining up vibrationally with what you want, and focusing on things that are going well, and that in doing so, that raises your vibration, which attracts things that are vibrationally lined up to what you are yearning for. So a lot of money, or a occupation, project, a home, a greenhouse. Maybe I lined up with a greenhouse, and that's how it became my reality. It's hard to know how to line up with something. Like, what is the vibrational output of the thing you want? And then how do you match that with what's going on in your own countenance? But I find it an interesting prospect and concept and notion. And so I do know that it's true that when if I have a day in which I get toothpaste on my shirt in the morning, and then I miss the bus, or the interaction I had with someone at the grocery store was annoying, like I get bashed around by people's shopping carts, versus times when it feels like nothing can go wrong. Everywhere I turn, there's ease and allowance and doors opening and people saying things like, of course, and off you go, and here you are, and lots and lots of money appearing in my bank account, or people that I admire and enjoy being around, being nearby and, responsive. You know how you think of someone and then they call you? Like that kind of thing, where I had a dream about you last night, and here you are on the phone, or a letter arrived in the mailbox from you today. I think there's something to this. I'm not sure how I weigh it up with the concept of prayer, which is something I'm massaging out as well as an idea that we have to pray for things. I think you just internalize wishes and yearnings, and they get emitted to the cosmos just by virtue of being in your mind. But that's also a whole discussion. Anyway, law of attraction is something that I'm excited about. I mean, I think it's really quite compelling. We don't question gravity. I think law of attraction is a little bit like that. It's just a law, and like attracts like. I find myself, drawn to people who are excited about things like greenhouses, or folk song singing, or health food, or French. Je pourrais commencer en français si ce serait intéressant pour vous. En tous les cas, je me demande quels éléments sont utiles, sont clés dans cet domaine. Voilà. Ce sont mes réflexions pour la journée. Je vous invite de mettre les commentaires dans le chat, or whalesonglight@gmail.com. Please let me know what you think about law of attraction. Or you don't have to. It doesn't matter. I just wanted to put the word out there that it's of interest to me to consider that there's so much more going on than what we physically see and experience, or feel and experience, with our five senses. I think vibration is very real and true. There are people you feel closeness with and a sort of resonating energy with, and there are people who you feel repelled by. And, oh, no, thank you. And I think that is stuff that's unspoken and hardly detectable. You can hardly feel yourself feeling it, and yet it's very real. Way beyond things like someone's cigarette smoke being annoying, or someone having bad breath or something. Anyway, thank you for listening. I would show you the greenhouse. Well, sure. Let's do a quick poke around to see what's growing in the greenhouse. The peach tree seems to be okay. The peppers, and I added some sage here. Beans and zucchini and cantaloupe. Everything is on its way, just on its way. The Thai basil looks happy, right? I think that's beautiful. And I will walk you over here to the zucchini, which is still not flourishing. I added lots of different things to make the soil happier. Lemon verbena and a lily. Thanks for listening. It's been fun. Cheers.